Large displacement. Americans feel coming, moving millions because they know. This is a really strange time to experience a housing boom. We are in the midst of the worst public health crisis in 100 years. Endless civil unrest is wreaking havoc on many of our largest cities, and we are experiencing the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression of the 1930s. But while more than 70 million Americans have made new claims for unemployment benefits this year, home sales are certainly shaking up. How is this possible? In fact, this phenomenon is fairly easy to explain. As our society crumbles at the seams around us, many Americans are looking for greener pastures. According to ABC News, the chaotic events of 2020 have displaced millions of Americans in New York City alone. More than 300,000 former residents have permanently moved to new addresses. We have never seen anything like this before, and this trend is predicted to continue until 2021. Although most Americans do not know exactly what is happening, I think at some level many can feel what is coming. And they come out of the big cities even though they can still do it. So even though we're literally in the middle of a terrible economic crisis, the houses are currently being sold like cakes. Home sales rose again in October at their highest pace in 14 years, according to the National Association of Realtors. But a record low inventory of available homes and a greater number of luxury homes sold have pushed the median home price up to a record $313,000, almost 16% more than a year ago. With so many interested buyers and so little inventory, it has definitely become a seller's market. At the current pace of sales, it would take just 2.5 months to clear the existing inventory, a record low. If you want to sell your house, now is a really good time to do so, but good luck finding a new place. This incredible increase in housing demand has also created an enormous boom in housing startups. Single-family starts experienced continued gains in October, according to data from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and the Census Bureau. Single-family construction is up 8.6% year to date, with notable gains in 2020 for the Midwest and other lower density markets. The pace of single-family starts in October was the highest production rate since the spring of 2007. So while many other sectors of the economy are currently being deeply injured, home builders love life right now. Real estate websites are also doing extremely well. In particular, Zillow Surf has become a new national pastime. Zillow usage has climbed since March, with online visitors to for sale listings up more than 50% year over year in the early months of the pandemic. People bond over listings on Discord servers, group chats, and Zillow Twitter, and their obsession has made many strange and obscure listings go viral. Curbed, a website covering city life, real estate, and design, recently started a column called My Week in Zillow Saves, in which people, myself included, share the homes they have admired on the site. If you can believe it, Zillow surfing has become especially popular among teenagers. Zillow surfing is especially popular among teenagers. A TikTok meme over the summer consisted of users talking about knowing where the bathrooms were in their friends' or crush's house before ever visiting it because they had toured all of their classmates' homes on Zillow. Many young people have extensive lists of saved homes and discuss and share listings with friends. When life sucks, people love to dream about something better, and Zillow Surf lets them do that. Personally, I hear from many people who recently moved or want to move. So many people I know feel more urgent than ever before because they really feel that dark times are fast approaching. Interestingly, one of the most important things people look at when considering relocation is the political orientation of a region. In fact, a recent survey found that 42% of Americans would hesitate to move into an area where most people have political views different from their own. 42% of US residents would be hesitant to move to an area where most people have political views different from their own, up from 32% in June, according to a new report from Redfin.com, the technology-powered real estate brokerage. That's the highest share since 2017, when Redfin began posing this question to survey respondents. Democrats are increasingly moving towards blue states and conservatives towards red states. Could this have serious consequences in the future? I do not know. I'm just asking the question. For other Americans, leaving the country altogether seems like a promising option. Americans are leaving the country or seeking foreign visas in record numbers, according to immigration lawyers and expatriate organizations during an oppressive year of political violence, racial strife, and an uncontrolled pandemic that has kept families locked in their homes for months with no clear end in sight. As the economic troubles in the US intensify, the number of people who want to leave will almost certainly increase. With each passing day, new restrictions are being introduced to try to contain the COVID outbreak. And these new restrictions will make our ongoing economic depression even worse. It has already been realized that another major wave of economic pain is upon us. The Greater Los Angeles Food Bank says demand grew 145% from last year. And the other day, people were waiting in absolutely gigantic queues for up to 12 hours at a food bank in Texas just to buy food. Other Americans stock large volumes of toilet paper and other supplies in anticipation of a very difficult winter. Whatever happens with the election, things are really going to go crazy in this country. Whatever you need to do to prepare for the next thing, I will do it as soon as possible. The clock is ticking, and it seems that our day of reckoning is almost here. Most of the idea, comment, information, and criticism containing in these videos have been created by Daily News Report. Before making any important investment decision, use the information contained in these videos as a starting point for conducting your own research. If you make any investment or legal decision, it is advised to consult an expert before making this decision.